Right guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we've got this stage 3 Audi S1 in with us. The customer's already had it tuned by another company. He's not happy with the power, so today it's here to see if we can unlock its full potential. So let's get it on the dyno and let's crack on. Right, so we've just done the first baseline run on the stage 3 S1 and the results are pretty poor. So this has got the Turbo Technics V4 hybrid turbo on it, full stage 2 supporting mods with a high pressure fuel pump. So the car's made 340 brake horsepower and 320 foot-pound of torque. The S1 basically got the Golf GTI engine, so anybody that knows VAG cars knows that GTIs and Golf Rs with hybrid turbos usually do between 420 and 500 brake horsepower depending on the turbo and boost. So this at 340 brake horsepower is just horrendous. I can't even believe like someone's been charged for this. And to make it worse, they got given a dyno graph of 375 brake horsepower, which it's nowhere near that. It's 340. So this guy spent all this money on these bits and the turbo and being sold a dream for 450 brake horsepower. I haven't even touched 350. So I'm going to flash this straight back to stock, test it stock, and then just go from there, see what happens. So let's get it. So we've just run the car up on stock software, so I've just flashed the ECU back to 100% stock. Obviously it's still got all the hardware on the engine, so we'll expect it to make a little bit more, but on stock software it made 293 brake horsepower and 294 foot-pound of torque. So on the tune file it made 340 brake, so that's like 45-50 brake horsepower on a stage 3 tune over stock. I'm mind blown. Like, I'm looking at the logs and the boost request isn't much more than stock, and it looks kind of like stock but tuned. It's like half tuned. So yeah, I don't know what's gone on there, but someone's been sold a dream. So we're just going to start from the stock software, build up our stage 3 tuning file, and just see where we end up with this car. It's red hot in the dyno cell today, so intake temps might be an issue, but we'll just see how we get on. So let's go. Right, so we've done the final revision on the S1, and as I was saying before, it's very hot in the dyno cell today, so heat is not on our side at all. So we've got intake temps up towards 60 degrees, even with the uprated front mount intercooler on this car. So we're running this car at about 1.65 bar, which is very conservative for this setup, but it's got some RS6, RS7 spark plugs in this engine, which I'm not really a fan of, and I'd prefer it to have the NGK race plugs in it. So with that and the heat today, I'm not going to push it too much. I'll probably invite him back for some more tweaks at a later date. But that being said, we have managed to make 414 brake horsepower and 385 foot-pound of torque. And it's only really conservative. You've got to remember, this car, it's only an S1, it's a manual, small little car, so 420 brake is going to feel insane. Over the previous tune, we've gained 80 brake horsepower, and a lot more torque in mid-range, like all the way through. So it's going to feel completely different. But like I say, I don't want to push it too hard today because of the conditions, so we'll leave it at that, let him enjoy it as it is, and then he can always come back for some more power. So we're going to get the car off the dyno, test it on the road, and then it's good to go. Right, so we're out in the S1 now. The car feels rapid. It's a long time since I've driven like a little hatchback car with a manual gearbox. Everything seems to be automatic these days with the VAG cars, so it feels mega in between gears. The power just keeps on pulling. Sounds epic. The response on the turbo is actually pretty good as well, so it's still really drivable. I actually drove this car before we tuned it, and to be honest, it felt pretty quick then, but 340 brake horsepower in a little car is going to feel quick, but it's very quick now. So yeah, we're gonna head back to the workshop. I'm happy with how the car's performing, and then it's time for the customer to pick it up and he can take it home. So we'll see you back there. Right guys, so we've been out in the S1, the car absolutely flies. Such a little car with quite a lot of power, 420 brake horsepower, manual gearbox, 4-wheel drive. This thing absolutely rips. So yeah, with all data logs look good. I'm happy with the power, customer's happy with the power. Like I said in the videos previously, there's a little bit more to be had from the tune, and we'll probably see this customer again in the future for some more upgrades and some more power. So if you've liked this video, make sure you've liked, subscribed, and we'll see you in the next one.